Hey, we back with another banger, man. But like I said, I haven't watched this video yet, but I think it's gonna be good. You feel me? True story. You feel me? She went to New Orleans and she saw some stuff. You feel me? She had a crazy experience out there. So we're gonna see what she talking about. Bruh, I'm not gonna say this again. Don't come in my comments telling me I talk too much, bruh. Go watch somebody else. Do you know how aggravating it is for somebody to tell somebody else how to do what they do? You got a million YouTubers, bro. Stop. Y'all annoying. Go watch somebody. You not hurting me by not watching me. Everybody ain't for everybody, man. But yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Let's get to the video, fam. Y'all go grab y'all some water or whatever it is y'all doing. Y'all watch my videos. Come and rock with your boy, man.
Hey y'all, so I am back. It has been a minute since I have posted about my spooky stories, but I have been going through a whole lot and life has just been crazy. But this particular story I have been waiting to post because I needed to find the actual photo so that I could actually have receipts to show you guys what I actually went through. Okay, so this story is about the time when I stayed in New Orleans and my son had an imaginary friend and she decided that she was gonna ride my back, and my daughter actually caught the picture of her on my back. Okay, so I moved to New
Wait, but them imagine if y'all got a daughter or sons and they say they playing with imaginary friends or whatnot, immediately go and pray over that kid's room. Because them imaginary friends, they be real. Them be real spirit. Like no cap. Immediately you go and pray in the name of Jesus to get that out of your home. Straight up.
Orleans in 2011. And when I moved down there, my son was 3 years old at the time, and he used to always play by himself. Like every day he was in the room just casually playing by himself. At the time I had 2 boys and 2 girls. Okay, so I must add that when we moved to New Orleans, we moved down with my child's brother. We moved in their 2-bedroom apartment. It was him and his fiance because we didn't have plans on staying with them for too long. We just needed a little stable place before we were able to get on our feet because it was such a sudden move. I went down to New Orleans for my birthday. I loved it. I came back to Atlanta within a week. I had all of my stuff packed in my apartment and I was moving back down to New Orleans because that's where I wanted to be. It was the life. Now, at that time, it didn't dawn on me that my son would always play by himself. I mean, I was a loner as a child also, and I used to play by myself all the time, and my imagination was humongous, so I didn't want to stop him from whatever he had going on with his creation and his own little reality. I didn't want to dim down his light, so if he was playing, talking to his imaginary friend, it never dawned on me it was a spirit, like stop, don't allow your children to do that. So fast forward 2 months into us being down in New Orleans, I was working at Burger King. I was an assistant manager at the Burger King, and so this particular day, I'm gonna bring on the day and then I'm gonna have to rewind the story, so make sure you pay attention. Okay, so on this particular day, I remember it like it was yesterday because the chain of events that happened on that day was just mind-blowing for me. It was life-changing. It was just something unimaginable. It was January 28th, 2012. Normal day, got up 4:30 that morning to get dressed, get ready, go to work by 5 a.m. Everything was cool. I got to my store. I opened my store about 5:30. That's when my employees start coming in. It was 2 girls. I cannot remember their name, but Daniel was the only guy. He was a flamboyant guy or whatever, but Daniel is who I remember because he is the main topic of the story. So they come in, we get everything put together, get all of our breakfast cooked, get everything put together for our shift to run smoothly for that morning. And we got done pretty early, so we just sat down in the lobby to chill until our customers started rolling in or whatever. So all the employees get there. My crew was like, we was cool. We was calm. Everybody got along. We talked about everything versus our job versus our families. Like, we just talked about everything. So we get all of the breakfast and everything squared away, and we just chilling. So everybody is chilling, and next thing you know, on my sister, y'all, God rest her soul right now, we literally hear horns in the sky. Like, the sound was just like everybody's heart dropped to their ass, and we all looking out the window to the sky, just honestly waiting on God to come rushing through. Like, it was literally sounding of a trumpet. Like, January 28th 2012, the sounds of the trumpet, we heard it, and thank God that they were there at that time to witness it, because nobody would have believed me if I was there by myself. So we literally all mind boggled at this point. Like, we are all just shocked. Like, we all rushed to the dining room, and we just at a loss for words because of what we just heard. Like, we had to go and regroup and get ourselves together, because we all walking in circles and trying to figure out what's going on, praying, and Lord knows, just trying to gather ourselves at that moment. So we all just ended up in the dining room at the tables, just talking and just mind blown by what had happened. And Daniel was our friend who actually practiced Wicca. So he takes...
Bro, that Wicca stuff ain't no joke. I told y'all my brother was messing with a chick, matter of fact, that was doing Wicca. And I don't know, he was doing it with her, I guess. Because he the one told me, like, don't be messing with none of this. I'm like, I don't know, why you telling me? I wasn't going to do it anyway. You the one decided to do that. They messing with some white girl who doing a Wicca, and he told me he talked to the devil personally. And the devil was trying to take his soul personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that Wicca stuff is no joke, brother.
His little tarot cards out, and he's like, oh, I want to do some palm readings on you guys. Now, mind you, I'm 2 months into New Orleans. I've been raised Christian. I don't deal with any witchcraft. I don't get into it. You're not reading no palms. You're not tarot carding me. You're not doing any of that kind of stuff to me. So I watched while he did the two girls that was there with me. So Daniel reads the tarot cards for one of the girls that was in there, and it was to the point where this girl was crying because she was saying that everything that he was saying was true, and it was just crazy or whatever. So after he read her, he stopped and he was like, you guys, my mom told me to tell my friends something, and you guys are literally the only friends that I have, so this message gotta be for one of y'all. So Daniel proceeds to say that the message that his mom had given him the night before was to let one of his friends know that it was a little girl that was mad because one of her friends were getting ready to get took away. And he was explaining how this little girl was angry. It was a spirit, and that if one of us, which is me and the other two girls in the job, if we didn't go through a cleansing, but he was saying that if we didn't go through a cleansing, that the spirit would attach itself to us, and Lord knows what kind of omen it would bring towards us, because she was angry at the time. And so that's when I'm looking crazy once all over again, because the night before, my oldest daughter was taking a picture of my youngest daughter with my cell phone. I was in the background doing hair for my baby father's niece. I was doing her hair, and my daughter snaps a picture of my youngest daughter, which you see me in the background, and you see the spirit of the little girl on my back. Now, when my daughter was taking a photo, none of us were aware of it until that night my baby father was going through my phone, and he's like, Carmen, who's on your back? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he shows me the picture, and I'm like, I'm doing hair. We zoom in. So when you zoom in, you see the little girl on my back. You see her two ponytails in her head. You see her purple dress. I had on a burgundy shirt at the time, and you see nothing else. No features, no arms, no anything else, but you see the silhouette of the little girl on my back. So now fast forward to January 28th. Daniel is telling me what his mom said, and like I said, I'm looking crazy because at this time, it finally brought up my baby father telling me about the little girl on my back. And also at this time, we had found our place and we were getting ready to move. And so when Daniel spoke of what he spoke of, I got scared all over again. And that's when I started telling him about the picture that my daughter took and that what me and my baby father had caught in the picture the night before. And so I showed him the picture and he's like, oh my God. He calls his mom and he's like, mom, it's Carmen. We got to do a cleansing for her. He sends her the picture and he's like, is this what you're talking about? And mom is like, yes. And she immediately went into some type of language and saying that I'm cleansed and I'm washed. Whole more of the story is that the little girl was on my back and she attached herself to me because she was mad that I was getting ready to move taking her friend away, which was my son that she played with every day. So after the mom did her cleansing prayer and release for me, it was just crazy how the whole day was playing out. I was just crazy, just astounded by all of the craziness that was going on with the spirits, and it was just mind-blowing. And so got off work, told my baby father what had happened with David and the horns and the mother having to pray for me and all of this stuff. So fast forward, now we're in the bed. About 3-something in the morning, the following morning, we get a call from my baby father's auntie, and she's like, get outside right now. Now, all of his family stayed literally around the block from each other. So we had an auntie on this block, grandmother on this block, another aunt on this block, brother on this block. Like, the family was very close. So his aunt is like 3:20 in the morning. She's like, you get outside right now. We jump up and throw some clothes on and go running outside. Tell me why my son is outside walking down the street saying that his friend told him to follow her to come play. My son was 3 years old, outside in the middle of the night with no clothes on. This little boy had on underwear that were turned backwards, and he was walking down the street because his friend told him to come and play. She was trying to lead my baby to destruction. She was mad at me because we was leaving, and that's just what it is. So here's the picture. And also, I may add in, the cleansing that Daniel's mom did not work because...
Duh. If something like this happened to y'all, you can pray. You don't got to go to no pastor, no priest, or nothing. The Bible says, these signs shall follow them that believe. So, I mean, if you believe, you can pray and get it off of you. You ain't got to go to no pastor. Pray. It's going to be gone. Talking about a cleansing. I already knew it wasn't finna work. You feel me? I bet she paid for that cleansing too, probably.
This little girl did end up following us around for a little while longer. Last time I believe my son had an encounter with her, we had moved back to Atlanta in 2014. And my son, by this time, he was 6 or 7, somewhere around in that age. And we were in our house and all the kids were playing outside. My son disappears. He goes wandering through the freaking woods. We going crazy trying to find him. He finally comes out saying that his friend wanted him to come follow her and play. When she took my son in the woods, she ended up giving him a mushroom. But she ended up giving my son a mushroom to eat, and crazily, he ate it. When we found him, he came out. He told us that he was in the woods because his friend wanted them to go play on a hike or whatever the case may have been. He told me that she had gave him a mushroom to eat. Then literally right after that, my son fell so sick. at the hospital, his nurse was a Jamaican lady, and I told her what had happened, and he told her the exact same story about the girl Britt telling him to come in the woods to eat the mushroom, and she prayed a prayer over him, and we haven't dealt with that little girl ever since. Enjoy.
That was crazy. I'm glad her son is doing better, that the mushroom ain't get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely spooky. Crazy story, man. But hey, y'all be careful out of New Orleans. Make sure y'all stay prayed up, man. For real. Thank you, guys, for watching the video. See you guys next video. Always remember, be safe out there, Kings. Let's get it.